Yeah. Okay. Welcome everybody to session, what is it, 17? Did I say that last? I think I said it. Yep, 17. Okay, everybody else already did their recap. However, there was some confusion and clarification for what was going on with Angel / Violet. So, if you want to go ahead and go over what was going on there for your side of the recap, you may go ahead and do so.
Violet got insulted by the new character that we had enter in the abyss with us. So we're gonna try to not get.
That player's not here right now, though. So.
I know.
Correct.
So I'm just gonna say, for all intents and purposes,
yeah,
because they're not here, that situation will be.
Hilariously, one of the only characters where it seems actually structurally sensible that they fucking T-pose.
So, and Piper is going to be here when she's here. Why is the shelf there? That doesn't make any sort of sense, Amber. Why is there a shelf there? That shelf needs to be on the wall.
Oof.
Sorry. Brain.
It's all good.
I can see the shelf in the back of that couch and my brain goes, that's not where you put the shelf.
If you stare at it hard enough, it'll fall.
If you stare at it hard enough, it'll disappear. Angel basically was left in the Feywild after everything had kind of healed itself, and they are currently in battle with all of that stuff going on. Nicodemus and them are just kind of watching.
You're a little far from your mic.
Sorry, way up here. Angel and Nicodemus are kind of just watching the festivities, because Piff and all of them are fighting now, and the goddess, the Archfey of Winter has been brought back, so we have Arlie in full force, happy boy right now. So, because there is, the way you've described, a lot of the Feywild reactions to the Divine Kids. A lot of the Divine Kids it's just large explosions of demons just blowing up. It's just a beautiful thing.
Yeah, it's like hearing popcorn in the background, but really not. Yeah, fair enough. Okay, yeah, so I'd say...
And I didn't get to meet the last two Archfays, so that was going to happen later. This is going to have to happen, not right now, later, right. Possibly after end of campaign, so... Because Angel has to be kind of in touch with all of them.
Do I need to get the animal handling skill?
Since it's a prerequisite, you may have to learn that.
Okay.
Can we make him a different type of skill, which is like mech handling? Can we do one that's just for tech handle?
I mean, since it's reflavoring, yeah, that can be part of the process.
I could just instead of animal handle, see it as tech handling.
Which there are a few characters present for that. So also, since I will be
indisposed in the bathroom, I will keep track for you. I play another DM in another campaign. I will just keep track of the things for you.
Yeah, since I'm not going to be...
I will be the note taker.
Yeah, since I'm not going to be fully present, I'm going to trust you guys to read the Venestra chat.
All right, I will be opening a Venestra chat. Would you like to introduce
Artificer's Steel Defender. So they did think about using, like, machines.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to be white-black. Hopefully not either of those colors.
Could you describe what's happening before you become white-black? Or did you already describe it for everybody else? Yeah, I just gotta catch up.
And to be clear, people watching and potentially getting offended, I mean that in the context of lavatory evacuation. We'll put it that way for those who understand bigger words.
Yeah, he's literally, he has to get a load off.
He's got a booby butthole.
He's gotta go dump the dump truck.
I'm gonna go unplug the cork.
Joe, can you please make the description, or did we already make a description?
I already mentioned that this is a few minutes before, and you guys are on mostly the gentle bus ride.
Okay, good. I'm enjoying this. Okay. So I'm gonna read
This is
Venestra chat.
before he punched the radio, so we're just all kind of like doing stuff around the bus.
Correct. So, be right back.
So Venestra is currently doing what? I'm gonna look at her stuff. I have her chat open this side. We're gonna make it smaller so I can see it. Thank you. I'm gonna let you know Violet is just like hanging out, probably just watching Avery play with his toys while looking through her bag of things for how much food she has. There's this one, and then this one, and I'm gonna try.
She hasn't. Wait, has she been insulted yet?
She was already insulted, but she did not wait. As far as Joe goes, that will have to happen later. So, not yet.
Because Venestra said not fuming after being insulted.
Definitely fuming if we're gonna talk about that. It's more or less Venestra basically caught the dog before she decided to literally kill him. Can I get down? She's like looking at Venestra. Can I get down now so I can look at my snacks? I have so many snacks. I have a great many snacks to categorize. Snack tent. It's literally no. She's got her little bag of holding. Like, which one am I gonna eat first?
Avery's still toying around with his new gadget, and as he kind of looks into the box, he pulls out this plastic. It looks like it could fit in the hand of this robot. It's like it's black, and it kind of like this shape.
Do you ask about it? I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know about the world, so you do. Violet's sitting nearby, just like with her nose halfway in her bag, like this. It's just like one of those moments of just like, plastic. I've never smelt plastic before.
What's plastic? Is this plastic? I wasn't sure what this was. It almost feels like
It's acrylic.
rock, but
or type of plastic.
soft.
It's made of
Rock.
like no. It's made of like it's a compound. I'm just like this is her nose. You just literally see the big old snout inside the nose. I've never smelled plastic before in my entire life, and this is a new smell.
If it's a compound, why haven't our alchemists made it?
Because it's kind of toxic and isn't biodegradable.
Sounds durable.
It also is kind of a waste when it breaks down. And it does let off fumes when it's burned, so...
I mean, so do any of us.
Yes, but fumes when they're burned means they can be chemically dangerous. Here in our world, possibly not considering, I think some things can be healed but aren't healed in that one. Now that they have magic, they didn't have magic before. That's what Griffin said. Griffin said when he was a child there was no such thing as magic. It was just some type of hoopla.
Nestor says, question, what is the world's main fuel supply? Magic? Replacements?
Magic replacement. Magic adjacent. Did you come from a world just built of mech? She looks over at Nestor and that's what she asks. We don't use fossil fuels. It's kind of a waste. Considering there are places where fossils still exist, those fossils still walk. She's smelling plastic. she's just got her nose. No, you can literally hear the crinkle of her nose against this bag that she's got her nose against.
I'm gonna like poke the gun into like onto her head, knowing I don't know what that means.
No. Put that down.
What? It's just a stick, right? What?
It's not a stick.
Well, are you gonna explain to me what it is then?
We have time. She puts down her bag. She's like, really, she has this sad look of, I have to put the bag down. Okay, it's not a crossbow. It's kind of like a crossbow. It's a. It, even
Think
like
of
a
it like
bow
a
is
crossbow.
it's almost.
Oh.
All
Okay,
right.
so it's a weapon, but it's not pointy.
No, it's a combustible. There also.
Like,
She pulls out a little bit of gunpowder because she does have gunpowder.
oh,
So, this goes inside 2 metal shells, and it's fired at someone, and then it explodes,
that
firing the metal through
sounds
the surface.
barbaric.
It is. Angel, to make a point, decided to let her brother fire at her in one shot, and you can pretty much take out a mage in less than 30 seconds if you wanted.
Uh, are these a real one of these would also be toxic and non-biodegradable?
No, you can melt down guns, depending on the material.
That's scary, but I kind of like the idea. It's useful.
It is.
Where could
So,
I find this gunpowder?
I don't think you should use gunpowder. We're trying to steer advancement away from gunpowder use because it's what taught people to waste their resources in war. So, because we have magic here, Angel's trying to invent some type of similar attack force where you can use guns but use them elementally instead.
Oh, that's an interesting idea.
She likes that concept better.
Concentrated elemental blast.
Water would be insane, considering it can go straight to an item eventually.
V and Amira would make a mental note. Guns were either stronger or mages weaker.
Well, guns. We don't have mech magic here. That's the one thing that we don't have, and the advancement hasn't been
Mech?
born yet. We got to see it when we went to Mechanus.
Oh,
No.
oh right. Little metal. Oh, they kind of look like. Is this little guy? Is this guy from Mechanus?
No. He's from a TV children's cartoon, children's entertainment.
Like a storybook?
There are some that are written in storybooks, yes. They're quite different, though.
Maybe a fangirl would lynch you for calling Gundam a children's story.
It was originally a children's show. You can't tell me that. You can't tell me that. It was originally a children's show.
Well, sure it was originally.
In the 1980s.
And then those children grew up. And it grew up with them.
Decided to make it more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Trust me, I know the difference.
So who did you say knows about these things? Where can I learn to... Is this something that could be replicated?
She pulls out a mechanical dragon. This is something made of magic. It's enchanted to exist as a construct, but they also are pets. They're called keyhole dragons. We got them from God of Magic once. Do jobs for him, and you get cool little things like this. She puts him down on the ground, and he's literally made of like a blue cobalt looking metal.
Man, I wish a DM was here. I want to know, like, if there's any, like, scraps I could try to, like, fit together. Like, that's how all tinkering starts, is trying to bang rocks together.
Well, I do have some metal scraps inside of my bag if you want to try with something. But melting that will create fumes inside of here, and I prefer to be able to breathe.
Right, you mentioned that.
Mhm. But you can safely melt them outside. I remember from what Griffin said, you can make different ones by taking those apart with heated tools. And sculpt them too.
He's like plotting like the roadmap for making for creating this thing.
Shame on one of our friends isn't here. He's very much knowledgeable about such constructions, Avery.
What friend is that?
She might be talking about Angel.
Oh, Angel knows about this. Yeah, I don't even know where to start. What do you? I'm not. I
She
don't
also
even know how to
might-
blacksmith, much less.
Blacksmithing.
No, not Angel. She might know, but one of our childhood friends. She and another were both masters of building things.
Like
Amira.
Farah.
Oh, or actually, Amira might just be who said that. Okay.
Oh, yeah, no, Amira's the one that said that. So, Violet looks over at Amira. That's interesting. I mean, the only one who might be against it is the entire group of Skag's Council and the Census, because they're trying to keep that advancement a little bit. We're trying to work steam into an actual situation first.
Beam. Was steam have to do with this?
There are such things as steam powering different things. Angel and them have built a magical connector. What do you call what is it? What's the word for trap in?
Oh, that sounds pretty simple enough, but is it really steam really powerful enough to like this thing doesn't this isn't steam powered, referring to the bus.
I mean, there are plenty of things that are steam powered. Steampunk things still exist. Whatever steampunk is. I don't understand that term.
It would require a constant refueling. So
Yes.
it'd be better if we could get a more sustainable source, like a magical powered.
Well, that's what runes are for. Runes, once they wear it down, you just make more runes. Melt down metal, put it back, put more runes on it. Metal's kind of weaving, and magic stuff is kind of reusable depending on what you use for it. There is a cost, though. There is a cost. Not for certain enchantments, though. Depending on how old the enchanter is and types of enchantments they use.
Gotta like write down some notes I need. What material would I make it out of? That's later. But
I know that we're using an enchanted metal in order to create the movement of, it's kind of like a subsystem of traveling train cars. Trains are. Trains were things that were run by steam, but it's more like run by magic. It's from Mechanus. You spent a pretty penny there. Get it put in. Yes, there is a train system that's not accessed by the lower class yet because we're trying to set it up to be safer for them. And we are currently just got the train routes uh, at least between the first and second cities from Shawnee to I forget what the city's called because we don't go there very often.
Underwind would be the closest one to you,
Underwitten.
I think.
We're talking the one where she owns the other city where the hobgoblins live. They have that all the way there. That's where they have it.
That's
they don't have it
buried in some digital note set on Google Drive, I'm sure.
So there's another Angel's the warlord owner for 2 different cities, and she's made trade routes throughout the space. So we've finally got trade routes that go through there a little bit safely. We also have a guard that's working against a lot of the purple worms and kind of sectioning them off so they don't make tunnels around those certain areas to keep the structure safe. Because a purple worm going straight through one of those trains wouldn't be great. We just brought them back from Mechanus. We have a enchanter from Mechanus working with us.
And that sounds like exactly who I need to talk to.
I would talk to Farah first if you have no artificer experience. Farah and him work together on a regular basis to
Farah is a friend of yours?
Farah is technically like an adoptive parent. She adopts everyone who walks in the room, and that's who she is. That's how she is.
I'm not sure I want to walk in.
She's a nice lady. She's also has started with her own 4 adoptive children. Now she has one of her own. He's at 4 now? 4? 2.
And where can I find this person?
In Shawnee, where we started. You didn't start in Shawnee. You missed that part.
Yeah, I fell from the sky. I'm still kind of confused about that. There was this weird demon dude, and I shook his hand. Probably a bad idea in hindsight.
Probably a really bad idea in hindsight.
Look, and he was making some very, very tempting promises, okay?
Tempting promises?
Remember what my skin looks like?
Sorry, guys. We're just gonna bark. Because nobody's taught them not to bark. So, it's been... They're trying, at least. They're trying to teach him not to. It's just going to be that way. Repeat what your question was?
I said, have you seen what my skin looks like?
Well, I mean, you showed us what your skin looks like. I'm concerned because it looks strange.
Well, this demon fellow looking weird dude said he had answers. And then I was falling from the sky.
Well, that sounds awful.
I'd really like to get back to my beloved.
It looks like, Joe, you said his scars look like cancer scars, right?
And they look like cracks along his skin.
They look like
dried out and crumbly.
Like the World Breakers tracks, like Angel drew.
They look
pictures of
like
that before.
looking at like the Utah salt flats painted across the surface of somebody's skin.
Joe, like the World Breaker cracks, one that he used to have on his arms. The lesions that he used to have along his arms, the old BBEG.
Well,
Or like a scag that's been there for too long.
Kind of both.
Okay, that helps. Because Violet's seen a skag before. Like she's seen the turned ones that are crazy.
The difference
So-
is there isn't really the discoloration. It's still in line with the rest of his skin tone. It's just like his skin has been turned to crackstone in that sense.
Were you born this way, or when you came in contact with whatever made your magic, did you become this way?
There was an accident on an adventure we were on. We found a strange building, very unlike any building. Actually, similar in architecture to some of the buildings we've seen down here.
Oh, perfectly robust interior ambiance check. Hold on.
Can you point out some if I bring you to the top bus?
I think so.
Okay.
I need to ask the DM, would we be able to see any nuclear facilities from here?
Is there a leftover nuclear facility? Because even Violet knows what those are
Well,
from her comic books.
good question.
That's probably something you could just roll for, huh?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a perception check. I'd say Violet has a much lower DC since she knows a lot more about what those look like, whereas you'd be more so looking specifically for something similar to where you initially found yourself.
Yes. Maybe she has advantage and I just have this. Do I have just flat or disadvantage?
I would say flat.
Just flat.
Right?
Flat?
Yeah.
It's flat for both of you. She has a lower DC for success, however.
18, mother truckers. That's the actual roll. Let me get the numbers.
13 plus 3 is 16.
Violet. Evergreen.
Okay.
I have a question. Are her aunt and uncle out right now, considering that would be bus talk? Because they're hearing what Violet knows. She's learned.
In the interest of me not using my voice too much, I'm gonna say no.
So they're in the tent still having a full discussion about all the crap that they put each other through?
Yeah. A discussion and absolutely not Lannistering themselves.
I have a question. Is Halcyon in there for being the referee in there?
Yeah.
Okay. That would be something Violet would have asked him to do. Please, I don't want them to kill themselves before we get to where we want to go, and I would like them to live and exist in Shawnee. Because I would like to build either in Shawnee or back in Kidding. So, please do me a favor and not let them kill themselves.
What does my 16 perception get me?
What is my... Is it history check?
No, perception. Well, for you, it might also be history.
Oh.
I have a +6 in my perception.
16 and then 18, respectively, with the lower DC.
+6. It's a 24.
24, okay. Well, looking out the windows on just like a slightly shakier patch of road, just as the bus does shake a little bit. You hear that sort of clacking of metal fixtures. You do notice a little bit far off, definitely not on the beaten path, this almost similar to many of the half pulled away structures that you've seen, and the tech shop and everything, where like half of it's missing and all of that. You see what appears to be almost the angularly sectioned off a portion of a silo, a nuclear silo at that. Attached to it, still steadily glowing this sort of, it's still glowing this sort of, what am I saying? Filament covered old light bulb yellow. As there, with the attached buildings attached to the structure.
Ooh.
the make, the time period, all of that, you can't really tell too easily from this distance, as it's almost far back enough that it seems to be close to getting silhouetted.
Can I ask Vanessa to stop the bus for a minute?
And does Avery recognize that this is familiar?
From this distance, you don't.
Okay.
As what you encountered was a subterranean structure, you would know it from the interior, not so much the
Right.
exterior.
What kind of facility are we talking about that he notices this far-off building?
Well, it had a bunch of boxes, and there looked like people did work there, but it also looked like it made things function.
She pulls out a piece of paper. She has some. She draws a barrel with her old-fashioned radiation symbol on it. Did it have this symbol on it?
As you're drawing it, yeah, that symbol was everywhere. What is it?
That's not a good symbol.
Okay, maybe you know something about this. The last thing we saw there, and the thing that I'm pretty sure what caused our issues. It was like two half spheres with a smaller sphere inside of it.
An atom.
But a what?
That's not possible.
It's not possible. Well, I know it's possible. It happened.
Do you
That's-
walk through planes with your friend? Did you walk through doorways that took you to other places?
I do not know. DM, I need backstory help.
So you've gone plane jumping early on with him. That was during some early explorations of magic, and that's, just him casting, planar gate and stuff like that. Going to, places like the Plane of Fire, a brief touch into the Feywild, stuff like that. As far as whole ass other worlds, not really.
So how did you end up there?
Where?
These buildings don't exist here anymore.
What are they? What
This world
did I
used to be-
touch?
A couple
This
of
world used
planes where it's possible to potentially have encountered these things you would know Violet would be, of course, this place. There's also a very, very slim chance to have found something like it in Limbo, which is, where a lot of the leftovers from...
We went there.
Yeah,
We went there, Joe.
yeah.
You were there. Violet was there. She helped Ramsey's other character for a little bit with Blue. So, from stories from Blue and them, this is a big...
There are a
Okay,
number
so-
of planes where abandoned pieces of everything get thrown into.
She pulls out her maps and like some of the stuff in the note she has. She pulls out a notebook, and in the notebook, she draws 5 different rings in this area. Once they were all one big globe, big circle thing, with a north and a south.
Okay.
Okay, and then something happened, something very catastrophic, and they broke into 5 different planes, 5 different existences,
So
5
this
different.
ball
We are.
just broke into the 5 rings we know today.
That's right.
Okay.
And the catastrophic part about it is they didn't have magic on that planet. That planet didn't have magic. Didn't have that.
Well, they did. It was just
Well,
mostly forgotten about.
Well, it was. Nobody saw those people.
Yeah.
They didn't exist.
right up until the end.
And in the end, they ended up opening a portal that ate thousands of dragons, trying to fight whatever was going to eat this planet. And the gods sacrificed themselves to keep it at bay. Angel turned that little gem into a child. That was interesting. Now she has a child that was literally about to destroy that world. So now he's a very good little being named Alkuth. But Alkuth was one of the reasons they were trying to protect that world. Of what was left of it.
Shattered world?
A shattered world. But before that, it had also shattered because something died, called a Leyborn, on top of a dead dragon graveyard, and it kind of exploded. With
I'm assuming that
The
was
Leyborn dying on top of a dragon graveyard didn't break the world, it broke a continent. That was a separate thing.
broke the continent. Well, it
It's a
broke
separate
this
event that
continent.
doesn't
She has a map open. It broke this continent, and then everything got exploded, and it was very crazy. And that was what Griffin told me, and that was insane because that was an interesting story. I didn't expect to have.
She shows you a map visual of Githhoven, which, at least according to this story, used to be just one singular landmass, not an archipelago.
So it was essentially like all of them were combined into one landmass, and now they're not. So because of that, so it's kind of scary.
And no, that was the Leyborn that did that. So when are we gonna get to what that building is?
Let me get there. Because they didn't have magic in order to make things and in order to power their world, they use science. What they would consider science. They were
Like-
tearing apart the atoms in the very fabric of the universe in order to create power.
Oh, that's fascinating. But they were able to control it, right?
No, they were not. It left byproduct. The byproduct has this symbol on it.
So is this
It
like
eats the molecules of your body, and it alters them and stretches them and fractures them over and over and over again.
now it makes sense.
The closer you were to this material, especially if you touched it, your body may still have leftover radiation, whatever that means.
But
When you
so
eat,
that's like that encased spear was one of these
I have
bad materials.
I have a question, DM. Would I know that that might have been an atom bomb or a reactor?
It was demon core. You're muted.
Understanding the distinction, you would have understood it to have been a demon core, which is primitive way of setting up a reactor, a primitive and very volatile way of doing it.
Yeah, I will post a picture of the demon core for you.
Okay. Do you show me a picture of this, like in actual time? Do you draw it on my piece of paper?
Did you ever go to
Yes, I'm
school
going
about
to
the
do that.
Manhattan
Yeah.
Project?
Also, yeah, the Manhattan Project is the most famous.
Example of it. And yeah, that GIF kind of sums it up a little bit. You don't drop the core onto itself or you're going to kill everybody in that room.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Where did you post this?
Image. It's in Venestra chat, but I'm posting it in session art. Or I'm posting a different thing in session art.
That's just open.
Vanessa Chat's also been saying things.
How the
World's
third
history
nuclear
sounds like a
bomb
crap sack.
destined.
Everything leaves byproduct. Not necessarily. The fact that anti-magic exists literally says opposite of that.
but yeah, if the inner sphere is encapsulated, there is a massive amount of radiation that is explosively expelled from, effectively, if not outright killing, just infecting them with radiation poisoning beyond.
Yeah, which, of course, a reminder of the distinction with the demon core that you encountered.
Is magical.
Yeah, and the brain-like engravings all over the damn thing.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Oh, this pendant. It's actually what was left over when that thing crumbled. Is it? Do I need to? Is this bad? Is it?
I don't have one of those. Wait, I do have a meter. We were given a meter.
The
I
Geiger counter
have a
doesn't even
meter.
buzz. It just says, drop it.
Does it though? Does it?
No,
Okay.
I have a magically powered one.
So you pull out a magically powered Geiger counter. I'm assuming that was provided by Griffin.
That was Griffin. That was after that happened, because he was like, oh. There was a moment of like, oh hell no, you're not going to any of those places without one of these. Okay.
The meter initially doesn't move at all. And then it just starts rhythmically dancing from one side to the other. Less like how a Geiger counter should function and more like a
Metronome.
metronome, yes.
What does that mean?
Before the glass starts to turn. It's sort of off bluish purple, that color that you, Avery, are ever so familiar with, and the glass on that reader just melts.
Holy shit.
Correct me if I'm
You're
wrong, but that's
wearing
not
that-
supposed to happen.
That's death. We've literally been walking around with death in your pocket.
Another note,
Oh.
as well as the glass melts onto the reader. The reader's still moving, and the pattern that the glass is melted into looks like neurons.
It looks like Okay, Guinea, did you hear that?
I know, I'm petting Maxie. Sorry.
No, you finished paying Maxie, then repeat what you said, Joe.
Oh, thank you, Max. Thank you. You want up? Oh, hold on. Come here, Max. Come here. Come here. Oh.
This little storyline is one of my favorite ways to actually tie a couple of characters'
him.
backstories
Look at
together.
him.
Although the other
Look at
character
him.
that has
Look at him.
stakes in this is
Look
not
at
present
her.
right now.
This is actually her. Look at her. Look at her. Look at her. Look at her.
Beautiful
So
doggo.
cute.
Beautiful
Oh,
doggo.
she's so cute. That's my dad's doggo. Here you go, puppet girl.
I'm shitting myself with how cute she is. Not
She's so
literally.
cute. She's
Not yet.
adorable.
Almost literally.
She puts
So
the,
to
she pulls
reiterate
out,
again, the glass melts into a pattern that looks like neurons. Bluish purple neuron glass art just melted onto the meter, which is, as you pull it away, still functional, just now the meter is exposed.
No,
Based on that
No.
reaction, that should not happen.
no,
Oh, okay.
that's death. You're walking around with death next to us. Literally death walking
From
with
getting
us.
that close to it as well, you notice the ticking that usually happens sounded a little bit more like whispering when it was doing that.
Oh, you bitch. I have
This
a
is my spell focus. I can't just toss it.
As long as you wear that thing, that skin condition you have will worsen and you will die.
Okay. I'm not getting rid of it yet. We have to get to a safer place so I can learn another skill to keep myself safe, because this is all I have.
I'm gonna be able to solve this. Hold on. She puts her head inside of the tent. Halcyon, I need you for just a minute, and I need you two to not stop fighting for 5 minutes. Just 5. Because if I have to
pokes
come
his
in
head
there,
out of the tent. Sup?
how easy is it to make a deal with something else?
Depends on what the deal's made with and what the deal was.
It wasn't a deal, it just exploded and became magic for him.
Then it may not be a deal as much as it's an enchantment, curse, or something like that. I'm not sure.
Okay, I think the demon book is less dangerous than that thing. Alright. So, Finestra, what do you want to do about this? Because it needs to be fixed before we go any further, because I don't want him to die on us, and I would like to keep him to keep his magic focus.
How long have I been walking around with this thing? Joe?
That actively,
It would have been a long time, right?
it's been a number of years.
I've been wearing this thing for many years. If it was gonna kill me, you'd think it would have already done it.
And a thing of note, being parted with it, the pain from your affliction worsens. Not to so much to the point that it's debilitating, but it is noticeably worse.
And also, contrary to what you said, it's actually lessens the pain of my affliction when it's with me.
You also have something with you that could become his patron, yes? I don't mind him being tied to that till I can find him something else to do.
To read Venestra's line there, probably wise to test if he can be separated
That's
from
what I
it,
was
and if he
responding
wishes
to.
to. Oh,
Yeah,
Probably
Strain
was
doesn't
thinking-
Avery's
I know, I know.
already-
She's saying.
I know,
So that's-
I know. V and Amir are gonna scoot away as far
Avery
as possible.
has already expressed that it can but shouldn't be separated from him.
yeah. Given that it does increase your pain threshold, you've never really been that far from it. When it has been separated from you, usually in the heat of conflict, as well as some interested parties when trying to do more intrigue-based missions in your past, you've been at most maybe 100 feet from the thing.
I don't need that thing to be a beacon for one of those whisperers. You can't afford that here. Not in space.
If they... My teacher, I'm gonna, full honesty here, my teacher was an illithid.
You said that in the discussion.
Oh, we did? Okay, I couldn't remember.
I don't have a problem with your teacher or the magic he taught you. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes illithids do change to be good people. I've met one in my passing. He was sort of half insane because he had broken away so quickly. His tick was literally singing show tunes.
Which question from Amira? Can it be safely stored in a bag of holding while you keep feeling fine?
Yes, but bags of holding don't stop the radiation for us.
A bag of holding is a separate
Coded
dimensional space. That's something you haven't tried.
Would, this is a player suggestion. What if, they coded the bag of holding with something like lead?
I'm going to tell you what happens to people when they have the exposure. When people have that exposure for too long, they slowly lose their minds. And she pulls out a picture of a skag that she's drawn after it's changed. They become these. They have no
How
more mental
slowly? Because again, I've been holding on to
They've
this
been
thing
alive
for years.
for 11,000 years. So you've got time. But those around you won't.
I already knew. I was already operating under a time crunch. We want to heal this as soon as possible. So, I've not learned anything new. Our mission is still the same. Let's do what you need to do. Hopefully I find my answers. And actually, it looks like my answers, it might be right over there.
Illithid on top of the demon or considering they whisper. I have a question. What language do they whisper in? Because I can read abyssal. And I can also
speak in deep speech. They are not an abyssal creature. They are outer
Oh,
planes.
what did it say? Because I speak deep speech.
Oh, the whispers?
Mm-hmm. Venestra says Qualith is their language.
Oh, yeah. That's their written.
So it's...
That's
Yeah,
their
they're
written language, not the.
Yep.
It's deep speech, though. Okay. Yeah, it's deep. You get it.
It seemed like it was a collection of voices. As far as a distinctive phrase, it was very quiet. I'd say an active perception check would get you to read into what was said.
That's not great. It's a total of 8.
8. You're uncertain.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounded like those whispers were deep speech, but I couldn't quite make out what they were saying, despite knowing the language. It's too quiet.
She's going to take out a quill. One of those listening quills she has from Angel, and she's going to put it right next to it.
I'm gonna try to read the thoughts of the...
If it was whispering, then the quill can hear it.
So the way the listening quills work is basically any sort of spoken language directed near the quill, it will just automatically write down. It's text to speech, or sorry, speech to text, basically, with the way those magic items work.
Is it translate, or am I gonna have to translate for him?
It'll write it down in whatever language is appropriate for what's being spoken.
Okay, cool. I'll translate.
Nothing immediately comes off of the medallion by itself. At least when you bring the quill nearby.
She takes out a lead, like one of those cloches she has. It's made out of copper and lead. I want you to put the necklace across the room, away from yourself, with the quill inside of the thing. And then I want you to walk over here with me. I know it's going to hurt. I will be holding your hand the whole time.
The length of the bus isn't too far, so it wouldn't be the farthest you've been from the
It would be like a ache, like an uncomfortable ache.
Now, the fact that it's all actively moving, you're uncertain if that'll change things. You haven't exactly, been on horseback while it's been in the back of a carriage.
That's why we asked Venestra to stop, so we could figure this out, because I needed to be able to see that building.
Oh, you want to physically stop the... Okay.
Oh, yeah,
Just for a little while.
we did.
All right.
Because I'm not going to be able to see the building if we go any further. It's a silhouette. I can see the silhouette. You said the silhouette. I couldn't see the building. I saw the silhouette, so I'm like, I think we need to stop because we didn't see this.
Love it when you guys actually pick up on breadcrumbs from character backstories. This is fun.
So, what do it do, DM? What do it do?
So putting it in the copper and lead, you immediately, and of course letting go of it, you immediately feel just kind of that shock of pain, like that ambient, almost heartbeat thrum. It's, you know, it's that noticeable ache, like that brief threshold of pain just before reaching a migraine, except it's racking your whole body. Not debilitating, but noticeable and very uncomfortable. As it gets sealed in the container, both lead and copper, that sensation does not change. But you do begin to hear rattling from within that container, whether it's the movement of the quill, I mean, bit of a Schrodinger's cat situation at the moment.
Schrodinger's radiation core.
Yeah.
We're just gonna wait here for about 15 minutes.
Which, interestingly, your pain for the first time is a little bit reactive to movement, the vibration of the engine. Which might also be due to the fact that the core itself is also reacting to that movement. You're uncertain.
We're not moving.
But
No.
we can be idling.
Yeah, we're probably idle.
Yeah, if you guys are idling, there is a slight vibration just going on inside of you. So the pain it's not unfamiliar. It's a slightly new type. Just ever so slightly, but
It's just almost exactly as planned. Very uncomfortable on my whole
Buy you a
body.
new thong for later. I think I still have a couple from that guy that would actually magically reset themselves to the people's bodies.
how long do you let that
15 minutes.
rattling sound go away? 15 minutes, okay.
15 minutes. I want it to write. I move back over to the thing and I open it up and I let Avery take the pendant and I make him stay on the opposite side of the bus for a minute.
Okay.
What do I see on the piece of paper?
If anything.
First of all, you notice that the quill actually ended up writing and scratching through the paper and into the container, almost as if it was writing the same thing over and over and over, and just kind of etching it through the page.
Okay, what's written on the container then?
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Prying eyes and curious thoughts lead to hungrier little whatnots.
Prying eyes and curious thoughts lead to
Hungrier little whatnots.
hungrier little whatnots.
Is it the same
And
writing?
is etched into the metal at this point.
Is it in the same writing that you saw from beginning before?
It's most thickly written in Qualith, which is deep speech written. But it does start to, as you can see, the lighter etchings on the metal switch to different languages, saying the same thing.
She's going to read it in deep speech backwards because she can. It's one of the first ways to do in curses, read it backwards.
Give me an intelligence saving throw.
Okay. My intelligence is much higher now. I need to actually not be. Can you not cock for me today? 18 plus my intelligence save, which is now 21, which is my actual thing, which means the 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
18 plus 6 is 24.
Mm-hmm.
You managed to avoid significant psychic damage from it, but in spite of yourself, maybe it's just the weird shifting weather outside, your nose does bleed a little bit from your left nostril. Though there doesn't seem to be any change in the magic of this object.
Your nose is bleeding.
It's fine. Is this thing alive, Joe?
Would be a roll, I think.
I'd say an Arcana check to see if you can discern that.
Hear that. That's like my bread and butter. That's literally what Violet's made of.
We'll also roll an Arcana.
I know, I am. I'm right. That's what I'm doing right now. And it's 15 plus 9.
Yeah, you beat me a bit.
24.
15 plus 9. Even with the intricacy of the design, from what you can immediately see, there's not much in the way of rune work on this thing that would lay out.
Oh, no. I haven't added those 3 points to my Arcana, so I don't know how to read that.
So that automatically applies to your skill when it's just gone on your attribute. So it should be there.
I haven't changed my sheet because you said you would change it for me.
I did. And if it didn't
No,
go
you
through, I can
didn't. It
fix
says a 17 right now on my intelligence.
Okay, let me fix that. And then once I do, go ahead and refresh your sheet if you would. But we'll get in here.
Just tell me when to refresh.
Okay. Hold on. Let's see here. There's the violin one. Oh, that's right. We accidentally overrode your wisdom, not your intelligence. Your intelligence is what got overwritten. So, let's fix that.
Welcome back, Nestra.
Whoa. No.
No, it was wisdom. Wisdom's supposed to be up.
Okay, so your
And you said
intelligence is staying the same.
You said intelligence and wisdom. Well, intelligence would go up by 2 points, and then wisdom would go up by 1. Right up to 6. Because of I didn't have that side. It was all instinct.
Oh, okay, so your intelligence went up to 19, whereas your modifier, your wisdom went up to, okay.
That's why I'm trying to see where my Arcana goes. Because my wisdom's supposed to stay the 6 points. But the other part
Bumps your
is supposed
Arcana to
go
a
up.
plus 10.
Wouldn't
So,
they
that'd be
also know
25.
that a reactor would not be in the shape of a brain?
Yeah, that's very, very bizarre in terms of schematic design.
Yeah, but the problem that she's trying to get at, she knows that illithids do things that involve the brain. She wants to know if it has a heartbeat. Because illithid stuff has heartbeats.
Oh, a heartbeat it doesn't have.
Or like it makes that it's alive. She's trying to listen for life. If it's living. If it's feeding. The 25.
25. Okay. Doesn't seem to be living and feeding in the sense of something that has a heartbeat, but the closer you get to it, the more eerie feeling that you get that it's listening.
that's the case, Vanestra, then my, Avery's psychic powers wouldn't be growing, they'd be diminishing.
You know what happens to people who get power like this?
You told me they go insane?
They get power for a certain amount of time and then it melts down on them. It does in real life when people actually lose it. So you're just like a time bomb.
Okay. I can throw this out, but not... This isn't really a good place to be defenseless, is it?
Vanestra has an option. I can make an option.
It's not a warlock pact, I will say that as well. It's not the class he has.
And the magic's coming from you, it's not coming from that. The reaction is what made the magic happen, not it. You choose the focus.
Listen. Unless we plan on being here for however many thousand years it's gonna take for this thing to affect us, I think we just move on as we have been moving, as I have been moving, for the past several hundred years, I assume.
With that thing around you, it's not safe for anybody else that's around you. It listens. It hears every word we say, and then it believes things back. That's what Illithid do.
I would have tried detecting thoughts on this thing, right?
Which every time
You
you've done
already
it,
did.
you've gotten either nothing or almost like a mental feedback loop.
It's almost like an extension of myself when I have tried detecting thoughts on it.
Now that Piper's here, I want Piper here. Piper can help me with this.
Your whole thing was looking at his medical issues.
Yeah.
Piper, I need you to help me, but I need
I'm
you
gonna
to
sit
ask
back and
permission.
not talk some.
On everything. Also, Mia is still screaming. I just was tired. I just had to put her down.
Leave her alone. Let her self-soothe. She's probably just tired.
No, she was playing with me.
Her teeth are bothering her.
I know, but she has already had pain reliever. Kinda can't do anything else.
No. She's just gonna cry and she's gonna scream because she's gonna be in pain and there's nothing you can do, nothing she can do. She's just gonna have to deal.
Mm-hmm. I just feel bad for Ren because she's actually doing good on going to sleep. Anyway, so what have I missed?
Avery kind of explained the origins of his pendant, you know, how it came from that demon core thing,
I have to take a
and now everyone is freaked out and trying to figure out what to do.
Well, I'm going to give her a little bit more in-depth. And give Rick give her more in-depth.
And Avery is trying to ease everyone's worries because he's been traveling with this pendant for hundreds of years.
Would Piper know if that radioactive thingy would be causing any of the medical issues?
Based on what has been revealed, what's been described, he has said even that his pain actually increases when it's away from him, so it seems to be almost providing a soothing element.
But
Which,
that
given that
seems
there's
to be
magic
being
essence
ignored
on
for
it,
whatever
it might
reason.
be breaking normal rules for what an object like that might usually do.
V's suggestion is don't get rid of it, just test storing it for now. Avery's suggestion is why do anything? It hasn't affected me or anyone in my surroundings for the hundreds of years I've carried it.
Yes, but doesn't mean it can't start. We are in the, you know, demon
How long
building.
has he been with others? Well, he wasn't like... He's a person in a living world, so...
You've been in
I
proximity
assume he's-
with others, whether that was bedfellows and others that didn't seem to be negatively impacted by that thing. But long-term effects are a little uncertain.
Yeah.
Had I rolled the
I have a
silhouette?
question. Would my beloved have felt the same numbing sensation from this artifact?
She did not. She
Oh.
doesn't get the soothing thing that you do. That seems to be localized to you and your benefit, which I would say probably bolstered your kind of urge to adventure out and figure out what the fuck's going on, because at least you were in a better position to do so than she was.
Oh, shush, dog. I don't know which dog is doing it, but shush. Okay. I want to roll something, but what? I have no fucking idea.
Well, what kind of information are you trying to discern, or question you want to ask?
Anything really medically? Or Arcana on the necklace? I don't know, figure it out.
Arcana's already been rolled on that, at least, which...
Finestra says, as said, we can try putting it in a pocket dimension. That way Violet has no worries. And if it doesn't have any downsides for you, it's the same.
People are testing hypotheses at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Put it in a lead box. Put the person in a lead box.
I need to breathe.
It's a joke. It's a joke. 16 plus 5.
Wait, people need to breathe? do changelings need to breathe?
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Ah, dog. Please, God, no.
No. No. Or...
Fair. Alright, so 21 on a medicine check. Just to kind of observe if there's been any noticeable change in his condition, I'm guessing? Or Arcana.
Arcana.
Yeah, you've
I'm
noticed...
going to like I have like shifted my hand to my to its default state just so that we can monitor it. I'm aware that my hand is probably in agonizing pain right now because of that.
Oh yeah. And Arcana to observe what specifically on the pendant?
Anything really?
Stop it.
That may be magical in nature? I don't fucking know.
Well, one thing of note I would say that you missed, when Violet pulled out a Geiger counter to go ahead and pick up on it, it danced like a metronome, and then the glass turned blue-purple, melted, and the pattern that the glass melted into looked like neurons when it got near that thing.
I'ma share that with the group.
But the Geiger counter still functions. So that
The
group
group's
already watched
aware. The
happen.
group was all here.
But there's no visible, at least runes that you can see apparent on this thing at the moment. So as far as anything from your cursory glance with the 21, not much that you can notice. As the 25 that was previously rolled gathered that it apparently seems to listen. That's the gut feeling. So you gather enough with that as well.
I want to talk to it.
Avery shifts his hand back, having done with that experiment.
Oh, if I could talk to it, I'm gonna take the ring of mind shielding off. Yes, I know I'm gonna have to end up taking an hour of attunement to re-attune to it, but that's neither here nor there.
I think you're just gonna end up talking to Avery if you try to talk to it.
But talk to it. I want to see if I can talk to it.
Okay, you talk to it.
Mentally, obviously, because that would be weird if I'm just
You
all
have
up in
telepathy?
Avery's testicles.
Are you going to use telepathy, or are you just going to kind of think at it?
Think at it first, then use telepathy, because Angel and Piper did work on that in the 2-year interim.
Okay.
We just have yet to figure out how to put it in my sheet. Because
You also don't
the
have
sheet-
good range.
Yeah, I don't have good range, but I'm right up on it. I mean, it'd be very weird if I was going up to Avery's chesticles going, hey, hi, what's up? Verbally.
Okay. You're going to try and establish a mental connection
He
with
shifts
the
and
amulet
they
specifically.
expand around your head.
I want you and Avery both to give me intelligence saving throws.
Okay.
Good thing my intelligence is really good. 11 plus 12.
13 plus 10. 23.
Okay.
So we
23.
both got 23.
Okay. Yeah. Both of you, same sort of left nostril bleeds. Which there's this weird mental fog that tells you don't quite know why, but there's no mental connection that you seem to be able to establish with it, Piper. And for a brief moment, like a speech jammer, Avery, you kind of hear an echo of your own thoughts.
That was very weird. I just heard my own thoughts repeated back to me, and it just completely jammed me up.
So that was just me thinking at it?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Just thinking at it, no telepathic connection.
I'm a telepath.
Why did I start hearing my thoughts when she was the one trying to talk to it? That's weird.
Might have
makes
something
no
to do with the
fucking
Archfey
sense.
thing.
Sorry, I give off weird vibrations. I mean, I also, in my court, give off weird time distortions, so...
I just want to go get out of here. I want to find answers. I am so tired of this charade.
I'm a telepathy it.
Telepathy. You fail to find purchase on the amulet.
Does anybody have lid?
That was already tried.
It was already
Oh.
tried
It was
when
put
they
into a leaden
encased
copper
it.
box, which gave him the same sort of
Look,
normal
look.
pain feeling that he has when they separated from.
Look. All I'm saying is I was T-posing for a minute there. I just happened to exist now.
She also points at that guy. That guy is annoying.
Who are we
T-posing
pointing
man.
at?
T-posing man.
Which
Grandpa.
T-posing man?
The grandpa. The robot Warforged guy.
The
Who's that?
machine in T-pose.exe.
Who the fuck is that?
Apparently he's some
You-
type of pally.
He's that. He made that weird light that half of us said we should stay away from, and quarter of us still think we should have stayed away from.
Maybe correct, but that's neither here or there now.
Maybe there's something more dangerous in the situation.
Yes, demons everywhere. Anyway,
No, radiation. She's looking over at Dave.
Listen, I don't know what radiation you're thinking of, but I don't think this is like any radiation you've seen before.
Really?
Usually, even
Oh.
short proximity with radiation as intensive as gave off readings by that Geiger counter would start resulting in some kind of skin discoloration or burn. Even being this
It
close
does.
to it as you guys are, it hasn't.
I'ma touch it.
You touch it.
I've been touching it for hundreds of years. I'm saying it's fine.
I just want to poke it.
You touch it. Yeah.
I have a question. How are aberrants born?
Dreams, I think. Right? No wrong.
No. That's
Well,
that's
from
just
a dark
event.
circle that I conjure.
Yes, but where do they come from?
I assume some other plane.
Yes, but where do they come from?
Where did the plane come from?
I mean, if they're just summoned out of major space, are they just all made of this weird magic radiation that keeps everyone afraid and uncomfortable when they're around them? It would explain the feeling that you're being watched or listened to. It would explain the pain that they can cause when they're mentally attached to you. It also explains the speech. Slightly. What if they all come from it? What if that's how the worms are born? What if
You
that's
think
how-
this is an illithid worm egg?
I think that there are types of dragons that are born that make the worms become elder brains.
Lore clarification. Elder brain dragons happen when a dragon is captured by illithid. Its brain gets taken out of its body and an elder brain gets put inside of that thing's skull.
Okay, for your lore or for the actual lore?
For the actual lore and mine. That's just consistent.
You want me to get it out because I have my multiverse book.
Did I get that shit
Gonna
wrong?
make-
Because I'm fairly certain I didn't get that wrong.
I think there's maybe not, but I need to make sure.
Okay, double check if you want to.
That didn't sound right to me at all. My brain did the thing.
Just Piper going.
Venestra put down a link for Elder Brain Dragon. Elder Brain Dragon was an aberration that was formed when an illithid elder brain took over the body of a living dragon.
Why not have? Okay, I want to try something. Can I cast Dispel Magic on him? Just poke
can
it.
certainly
Dispel
try.
Magic.
Good.
I want to try that.
Can it be reversed? That sounds very painful.
If you die, I can bring you back. If you don't die, I can't bring you back.
It's a very spontaneous and off-the-cuff moment, so let's see. Go ahead and roll me.
Okay.
Okay.
This is the point. This is where this violet is like. If you die, I can bring you back. But if you don't die, I can't bring you back.
Well, I'm doing it at 8th level.
Mm-hmm.
When
Still
it
gotta
comes
roll.
to shit like, yeah. Okay. Just
Which
making
means
sure.
whatever magic is affecting it is higher than what would be equivalent to an 8th level spell.
18 plus 11.
So to be clear, it's a d20 plus your basically
Okay.
casting bonus.
Oh, casting bonus. So that would be the +5. Okay. What did I originally say? What was the number?
18 plus 3.
Okay, 18.
Or plus
18
5.
plus
sorry.
5. Oh.
Okay, 23.
Wait. So, Venestra, you're telling me that this whole time we could have just been given new bodies and cured ourselves that way?
I can essentially.
Is this you're asking Violet?
As you cast Dispel Magic,
Amira said that. Apparently.
Yes.
as you cast Dispel Magic
Yeah.
on this
Yeah,
amulet, for a
exposed.
brief moment, the bumps and inlays along the brain-like surface of the metal object glow a light with that purple-blue color that you're ever so familiar with. They glow brighter, and brighter, before spontaneously the color fizzles out, And in that moment, you feel a crack of pain across your skull. Both of your nostrils bleed, Avery. The pain in your arms and all across your skin and the cracked points feels worse than it ever has.
My shape shift is, it looks almost like it's muddled or glitchy. It's not steady.
Well,
And
yeah.
then suddenly, another flash of that same colored light races across that amulet. And it thrums, making the entire interior of this bus glow with that light. And your pain again dissipates.
It's using energy from around
Don't do that again.
As blood drips onto the floor.
it.
Yeah.
Avery, I have a
Not just from your nose this time, but from your arms. It's the first time you've seen them actively bleed. The cracks across your skin are actively bleeding.
Avery, I have a question. How much do you want to be free of those cracks in the skin decision?
The only thing I want more is for my beloved to be free of hers.
She has the same?
Well, we assumed, but it's different at the same time. She doesn't feel the
Need
same
everybody in the bus
effects.
to make intelligence saving throws.
What?
Oh boy.
Okay.
Natural
I think
20?
Joe's feeling better.
Natural 20?
I'm not, but poking
15
backstories energizes
plus
me a little
11.
bit.
I just rolled a natural 20.
20.
Woo woo.
Okay.
That's 26 total. I had to do that.
Oh no.
And for intelligence, that would be a total of 24.
With intelligence saving? Hold on, let me open my page.
Yes.
Oh, wait, no, that wasn't saving. So for saving, it would actually be a total of 30.
Okay.
I was about to say, sir, that should be higher.
No.
Oh, testing.
I can hear
Hello?
you.
Hello.
Okay. Ravik got a nat 20,
Okay.
and I got a nat 1.
Oof.
Okay, so for everybody who got below a 24, you take, let me see here. You take 9 psychic damage. If there are resistances therein that you have, great. In which case, then you'll take half of that rounded up, so 5. Now, in the case of you, or in the case of specifically the unfortunate individual who got a nat 1, Xanon. Okay,
Big oof.
will incur an injury.
Brain melt.
Sorry, it was either that or remove curse, but I don't have remove curse.
One thing that you noticed, well, that you all kind of pieced together, the energy here seems hostile, it seems defensive, especially. It doesn't seem malicious. It seems just... It does, however, seem insanely foreign, and in one of the ways that does slightly get you a little bit obsessive, Violet, but also a little bit sickened, just at the feeling of it. And okay, broken foot. or leg,
Avery
I don't know
grabs his amulet
that. So yeah,
and
here's
puts
how we're
it
gonna.
back on, tucking it under his shirt. This is staying where it has always been. This is non-negotiable.
And here's
I
his
will get
own-
off this bus if I have to.
Cool. And
As
here's how
he
I'm
is
gonna narratively
bleeding
frame
and
the injury
cracked.
that Xanon just takes. Broken foot or leg. So, in the shock of basically noxious psychic wave that racks through your body, you feel yourself curl over and almost kick your leg out. It's subconscious, you don't really have much control over that jerk motion, and as you do, you smack your leg hard against the metal sidewall of the bus. You hear something pop, and an immense amount of pain rack through your leg. So, if you receive magical healing, this injury will be reversed. However, until such time, your walking speed is halved and you must use a cane or crutch to move. You fall prone if you use the dash action, and you have disadvantage on dexterity checks made to balance.
Just hear an angry growl. I'm trying to hold it in.
Fair enough.
I'm going to.
For everybody who got above that in the saving throw, they avoid the psychic damage. Oh, sorry, you take half that. I got that backward. Yeah, you take half.
Is she tied to this amulet too?
You're uncertain.
It would not appear so, though.
Oh, there is a +5 to the saving throw from Grandpa. For everybody, so that is part of his aura effect. So if that helps anybody, that threshold.
Violet is going to look at Avery. How much do you want to be free of this thing?
More than almost anything. Only I want her to be freed. I want me to be freed. Those are my two desires. In order.
Piper, didn't you? She thinks over to Piper. This is where Piper can hear it in her mind for a second. Piper, didn't Angel kill brother to bring him back?
You're a little far from your mic, Guinea.
I mean, we killed my brother and brought him back.
Sort of, didn't Angel kill your brother and bring him back? That's what she's asking.
Yes. Hold on. We would have to wait a day before we can do that.
I have scrolls.
Okay. Because I don't, I think, have reincarnated.
Are we just casually talking about offing an ally in the bus
Avery
right now?
is very uncomfortable right now.
I'm just thinking this out. Yeah, you're attached to her mind.
It'll be about 20
But
seconds. We just
Violet,
gotta snap your neck.
Violet.
You guys are
And
in the
y'all
abyss,
are
by the way. I wanna remind you of that.
100% positive y'all can pull this off.
I have a scroll.
Actually,
can literally-
I do have reincarnate still.
But we can take him into Amira's space, where that Jin is, I think, and have him. When we use the scroll, you'll come back as what you were.
But yes, I don't have full resurrection. It's probably not a good idea for me to try.
I do. I have 8 scrolls left. We started with 9.
You spare 2.
And this is when she puts it. She looks at Avery. Because if you've done for me, I will do anything in my power to bring you and whoever you care for safely.
If I what for you?
For what you did for her.
Oh, okay.
You helped
Thank
her
you.
have a brain.
Thank you so much, Violet.
Which, again, to reiterate what Finestra was saying, Violet also just killed her aunt and brought her back. Just saying, we did the exact same thing with Violet's aunt, like, not even 5 sessions ago. You can also make a pact with the Jinn if you want. Just wondering if the chest's even being read.
Yeah, no, I did. I read that. That's why I
I'm
was like,
reading them.
it's like,
I mean, do you want
he's
to pick
going to need-
a warlock pact with the genie? It's a very goofy subclass.
It's fun.
It's real fun.
I do not.
It's built around the mechanics of humiliation. It's crazy.
What?
It's all about humiliating your foes. That's the entire thing with the genie subclass. Its big thing is bringing your foes before the genie in its own pocket dimension. He laughs at them and they get fucked up.
That's funny, but it is not what I want.
You can keep your magic the way it is. We can find something. Wait, I do have something attached to Illithid.
I'd be
You have a
fine
box.
giving this power up. Maybe I can find other forms of non-magical power, or power that is more manufactured than.
You should be able to use the same magic. The magic comes from within you. Sorcerers carry the magic.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm. That's what I'm thinking of, Venestra. Or Amira. I can never tell
I'm
which
looking
one
at
is
Amira. I'm looking at the chat.
Giant
Looking at the
fighting
chat.
robot.
Okay.
You could also become a giant fighting robot. Amira sat on the table, though. Hopefully, sans a brain in a tube. You mean you're not wrong? Nobody wants to be in a brain in a tube.
I'm curious what happens to this amulet when it doesn't have its source to feed.
You guys are also... I'm loving the amount of speculative assumptions that are being made about this object.
It's feeding off everything around
I
it.
said it listens.
It's like a radio demon.
But it's
Dun,
not.
dun, dun.
We get it. It's a pervert. Given everything that this amulet has heard.
It's not evil, it's
from-
horny.
From everything
just
this
needs-
amulet has
it just
listened to
needs a
from
good
Avery, like.
It needs a good rub.
Preferably in a
Just saying.
circular motion.
Stop it! Stop it! Guys, you're gonna kill me.
See, look at he's like using the. Why would you put binoculars to look into a window from the
Amber.
window?
Elmo can't find the button.
Simple, zoom in and enhance.
She got it. Causes social anxiety.
Oh my god, yards.
Sorry, I'm gonna
This
set
is
it
the
to
group
break.
I have? Yeah,
Setting
this
it
is
to break.
great.
Hold on. I gotta set this to break.
What?
Hold on. Give me a minute. Should I send it to Bosin? Hold on. Wait till it gets to Omo.
I'm scared, so please don't show me.
I showed you this last night.
I don't remember this. Don't touch. Don't
It
touch.
causes social anxiety.
No, it said it causes performance anxiety.
That's even better somehow.
So, there's
But
a
yes, I'm
silo off in
pretending.
the distance, and you guys are also debating killing Avery really quick to see
Yeah.
if that fixes his disease.
I kind of I
I-
want to see if killing
To be
him
fair,
what
he
happens to the amulet.
He did watch them.
Yeah,
Do
we
that
already did
with-
that once. Yep.
Yeah.
No, he was not there. The only
Oh, that
people who
was that the
were
other
there-
campaign?
No.
No,
he was-
Sinestra and Amira were the only other people present when I killed.
Yes,
Oh.
but he was told about it.
Yes,
He
he
was
was
told
told.
about it.
He just
Okay.
did not see it.
Are you?
We did it in the lamp because of fuck having abyssal.
The other
I
campaign.
would-
And the genie.
I want to see if we put it outside, and we handle you, and then we put you inside there, and we bring you back to life without any of this problem.
I'm sorry.
Use me as your guinea
Brings
pig.
to
I
Skit. You know, some guys don't get a rose until they die. Here's one. Where do you want it?
What?
Stop! Stop! Stop!
I apparently missed something.
You did.
Yeah, use me as your guinea pig or whatever. But
Careful, she's
assuming
guinea
you
pig
find
Amber.
something that works, you have to use it on her.
Fine. I don't have problems with that. First of all, it is a foreign object. Pilot is violently happy at the
I'm
moment.
sorry, that fucking sticker will take you out behind the bus.
Oh my god, are we
Fucking
old
Gargura.
yellering this? Are we old yellering this? This is not okay.
Look at the flowers,
So-
Avery.
Look. Shut up.
Listen, I have experienced death on many, many, many times with this power.
What if the Jinn gave him a new spell focus that would allow him to do more of what he does? There's a thought.
Well, for
Because-
that, we'd have to understand what it is and why it's making me better.
Well, if I... Okay, let me put it to you this way. It's feeding off of you. It needs you to survive.
Well, I need it to survive, so we're mutual.
No, you don't. It
A lot of
needs you.
assumptions.
What?
A lot of assumptions. I'm loving this.
In order. She takes a clipping of his
Don't
hair.
tempt V to make a shotgun.
Venestra, do you want to do it or do you want me to do it? Does anybody want to do this?
You did say you could potentially ask the Jinn for a wish.
Yeah.
Could we try not killing him first? The not kill method first.
Let's try the wish method first. Wish can rewrite things a little
You
bit.
And also
know
know
having
more
cosmic
having cosmic
powers.
powers.
Phenomenal
cosmic
powers.
This is my coming out and saying hello. I don't mind. I just want this irradiated item away from me. The moment.
Okay, fine. So how do we
Prince
summon this
Ali, who the
Jinn?
fuck's
Do we
he?
do we rub this thing? Do we blow on it? Like, what do we do?
You know, every man wants you to rub their lamp, but I don't know if he wants us to rub his lamp.
Your Jinn is stored in a ring.
That's even better.
Still rubbing it.
I can.
Or at least
I
you
can.
can find the spot.
Yeah. You can put it. Stick it right in.
And you just see Piper going, you know, I left Piccolo back home. Exact reason right here. I might as well fucking brought him.
Well, I mean,
He's
Angel
gonna take
did
ring
say.
off and say the dog's name. Wake the fuck up! You got wishes to grant. Shooting out of the ring, just disappointed. This fucking green rock man gets up, loose crystalline hair falling along the side of his face. I was very in the middle of something. A few somethings. A few very warm somethings.
I don't want
Well,
to
that sounds very
know.
pleasant. You
Oh,
should invite me
yes.
next time. But first, you
Oh
should.
no, you're a little too sickly for my taste.
Ouch. I mean, I can change that, and I shift into a much
Hopefully.
buffer, larger, like 6 foot tall.
I think he was talking about your
I
skin.
wasn't talking about your form, darling. There's a changeling in that ring, too. I'm talking about the disease-riddled body.
Well, you can't see that, can you?
We can.
I can smell it.
Oh,
Sorry,
he
I
shrinks
didn't
back
want
smaller than usual.
So,
to- Sorry, I didn't want to say anything. I didn't want to give you a complex.
I did want to ask this man, what's better? Offing him and bringing him back, or asking you, because I would ask you what your suggestion is, because I
Asking
would like
me
to smash
what,
him.
and why are we talking about offing him? I'm gonna need clarification here.
She pulls up the amulet. That thing. That evil monstrosity.
You didn't
item.
hold up the amulet. The amulet is back on Avery's person.
I know. Literally pulling your shirt up a little
Oh my
bit.
god.
Just like a little bit. this thing. This is like while I am completely entranced by it, there's
Are we
there's
talking
literal
about the
bit of
pecs or the radioactive thing around his neck?
that thing.
The radioactive thing.
Mm-hmm. Thing that grows violet. Oh no, look at it.
I think you're assuming a lot, assuming that's the source of his problems.
No, I think he died in the radiation. It's a possibility as well.
I think this is the key to my problem.
Still seems a little lively to me.
It's a little hot.
Afflicted.
It is a little hot.
It's not, actually.
I mean,
there is no
that makes
heat
two
coming
of
out
us.
of it.
No, radioactive wise. It's what we're trying to get at.
Too hot.
And
Hot
yes, I
things.
know I'm attractive.
She looks over at Halcyon. Don't get mad.
What? You think I'm gonna
So-
get jealous of a hopped-up wish-granting elemental?
Shh. Puts a finger over his
I
mouth.
heard that.
Don't insult. Don't. She's like
So
pushes
say it
Halcyon
in
back in the
plain
tent.
common, because I'm starting to shrink in my own way. What am I here for?
She looks over at Vanessa. You do it.
Venestra, long time no ring. I know I'm
He
impatient, but
just
come
got
on.
his hand in his palm, shaking his head. This is so unnecessary.
It's like Violet's inner scream because she's just like, it's foreign. I want it, but I can't have it because it's evil, and I don't want that thing with me. And I don't think it's a good thing.
Why do I smell Faye in here? Oh, wait, hold on. Sorry. A little distracted. Piper.
I'm also Faye,
Hello?
technically.
Floaty, there's a difference.
Likewise,
Hello,
and we
and
just want to know, we just want to know if you have any ways of it not curing him of said corruption, at least point us in the right direction, like getting access to, say, some storyteller's notes.
Curing him? Oh, that, well, that's a good question. Let me see. He puts his big-ass hand just right over your face.
Over my face?
Calm down. Breathe slowly. This will only take a second.
I can't breathe at all.
No, you just don't
Can't
want to.
breathe at all.
Yeah, kind of.
Did you just see what Vanessa posted?
Yeah.
Well, that's disconcerting. This is an affliction of the spirit and soul, not just the body. It seems like this. Even if you were to give him a different body, he would have the same unsightly problem. As he pulls his hand
Okay.
away.
So if not replacing, then
Congrats,
can
Avery.
my
You got
soul
your...
be mended?
Hold on, Vanessa said, congrats, Avery. You got your soul sucked off by something.
Mended, yes. And much
And how
similar
would
to
we
what
do
just
that?
happened with Violet. It seems this, and he flicks the amulet, little cranial artifact of yours is missing some pieces.
Okay, I need you to clarify something for this entire group. Is this thing dangerous in its present state?
In the right
Within
or
the-
wrong hands, sure.
Okay, in his
So,
hands.
in my hands,
A little anemic. I jest. You are quite the accomplished spellcrafter yourself. You are dangerous in your own right. It is not
Is it
doing
going to-
damage to you. Right now it is incomplete and therefore volatile. But it is helpful in your hands.
Is it going to hurt the people in this bus if we just leave it be?
If you just leave it be, no.
See? I told y'all!
Violet's looking at the thing like it's dangerous. Yeah, all the comics that you read with about like radioactive things, her brain is like.
At least that's as much as I
believe
can
that.
tell. There might be some deeper magics to it, but from what I peeled
I
off of
believe
your
you.
psyche,
I believed you before I even met you.
Hey,
I might
just
consider
said,
letting you visit once you take care of that.
I'll bring a friend. You'll love her.
Bleh.
I'd be willing to bring all of you and love all of you.
No,
No.
Piper just does this. No.
I have a question. Does Violet want to make Halcyon jealous? Hold on.
That seems
Roll
like
it.
a role for
We're gonna-
yourself.
I'm rolling it right now. Rolling it. I'm gonna go with yes. You know,
Amira said,
I might take you up on that offer.
thanks, name.
I forgot what we
If you
fucking
need
wrote down for
any
tomorrow.
aids, quote unquote, we can just raid an entire store's worth from this world's past.
I already watched what you picked up. I'm interested in a couple of things.
They're pretty nice.
A whole
Why
store's
does he-
worth.
Why does he have to be so attractive?
Bring something strange my way, and I might give it my own unsightly enchantments.
What can you do with this? He holds up the condom.
I am not ready for that.
Well, that depends. What do you want done to it?
Ugh.
I want to be its friend. I want to pilot it.
Many children can do that with this wonderful power called make-believe.
Make believe isn't gonna cure me and my. I need a name. I need a Joe. Please give me a name for this for my lover.
It's a.
I thought you had one.
We don't. I've just been calling her my beloved this entire time because I don't have a name for her.
I can give her a
It's
name,
your
but I don't know if
NPC.
Joe's
You
gonna want it.
You can take a name if you want, or you can go with her suggestion there. Because otherwise, I'm gonna go Edgar Allan Poe on your ass and call her Lenore.
No.
No. We're not gonna stay to the Raven nevermore,
A rapping
okay?
and a tapping on my fucking chamber door. Fuck off, Raven. I'm fucking in here.
Aiko.
What?
Aiko.
I see O.
No.
I
A-I-K-O.
Ico, okay.
Love child.
You best write that down.
Yes.
That's your character person thing.
So, why do you have to be hot? This is Violet's question. Says it out loud.
Well, it's kind of how I make a used to make a living.
Oh,
Not.
It's not my fault. I was just summoned that way. So, I arrive in a form most befitting to those who I deem to be my audience. I can be quite hideous to the right unfortunate individual. And haunting to look upon. But all of you have been quite polite.
She decided she was gonna make them jealous. she decided. Interesting.
What do you want done with that, to reiterate? Avery.
And you, I don't know. I want.
Pet
want it to be
players.
something I can use. I
I was gonna suggest.
pilot.
What kind of use? You have to be specific, sweetheart.
Multiple ways. But
Oh.
primarily for combat, transportation, and just overall
No.
maneuverability.
Interesting. He wants to turn it into a pilotable battle suit. Well, at that
Yeah.
size, it's
Enter
not
and
going
pilot,
to do a whole lot.
But also,
I suggested that he wait until we got to see Farah, because Farah would have made him one.
Who's this Farah?
A turtle.
Oh,
But this is
see, the difference is he's here now and Farah is not.
Yes,
I
but
can offer you a little deal, actually.
Oh, good.
Matter of fact.
Deals aren't always
As
beneficial.
keen as these people all are on you meeting with this Farah character, I can offer you a little mote of inspiration coming up with designs based on this trivial little thing, able to be initially activated and utilized at your behest, though it has only a short time in which that inspiration may remain in your mind. Of course, in exchange, I would need something offered.
He pulls the pendant out of his shirt. Does this hold any value to you? Probably not, no.
That's yours. I
Yeah.
wouldn't take it and leave you in twisting
That's all I have.
pain. You can offer more than just objects.
I mean, if you wanted my body, you just had to ask.
I wasn't talking about your body, and again, it's a little too sickly for my taste just yet. You wouldn't buy.
Are you asking for my soul? Because I think the whole objective of this was to cure my soul.
Your soul? No, it's just as injured as the rest of you. It's not worth much right now.
I'm not much one for riddles. Can we just spit it out?
He's saying that if you have something to offer, right now you don't have a lot. So
don't have
you
a
might
lot to
want.
offer.
Wait.
Consider something or wait. Yes, good. Thank you for translating and speaking for me, Dragonling.
I mean, he's walking around the problem.
Right, well.
If
To
I
what am
wanted
I to be
riddles,
paid
I'd
for at least the glimpse of answers I've granted?
Yeah, it's up to whoever summoned you.
You gave us a great answer. Thank you.
You just got thanks.
Thanks, though.
Yeah, go enjoy your pretties.
Oh, good, we're growing again. Ah, yes, collection of. Wonderful. Just give me the bag, and I'll be on my way
bag?
back within the ring.
Oh man, I wanted to use that one.
I can offer it back up. It may need cleaning afterward, though.
I'm letting you know, Violet, like, really tries not to look down at this point. It's like,
Find you a hose, Avery.
Don't worry. When eventually you get yourself cleaned up, you don't have to worry about getting too messy. I am an earthen djinn, not a water one. Is he wearing pants? No. No, not at all.
sorry, Violet is just
Having been
looking
summoned out, though, he is tastefully showing off just that kind of spectral tail thing that you would expect to see from sort of the Robin Williams aspect at the moment. Though, as he mentions the growing and shrinking, the spectral tail itself does lengthen and shorten. So,
Violet in her mind, I can do that now too.
I'll be on my way then. Au revoir. And dissipates back into the ring.
Ah, he makes me uncomfortable. And I don't know why.
He makes me... I don't know.
He's a warlock patron. He's gonna be a little bit wordy.
This is the point where Violet's like, I don't know if that's what he's trying to do or just trying to make me confused.
Confusion is a wonderful game for wish granters.
Smell, though. Do I really smell that bad?
You guys don't
Yes.
smell anything coming off of that.
Violet can.
Yeah, you can. It's the smell is almost arcane in its nature, insofar as like it can't be really
But
detected
like
by
a
the naked nose.
rancid type, but a
There's a-
rancid, a kind of arcana.
There's a rancidness to it, and almost like an aroma of like crystallized spinal fluid.
I smelled that before.
It's not
Something
dissimilar to what you kind of had to walk through to get your fucking brain half. Yeah.
Maybe we should take a minor detour and see if that building has any type of thing to offer us some knowledge. Because I
Maybe
have
there's
no
a
idea
bath
what
there.
to look for. What, do you need a
Knowledge.
bath?
I think we all need a bath. How many days has it been since we departed?
I don't know if we wanted to bathe in that water.
About a week.
Prestidigitation, baby. Hey, you're the one who said that. You're the one who brought up the idea of bathing. I was just running with it. Don't you dare turn back on that now that I brought
I'm
up the
letting you
fact that
know.
you wouldn't have bathed either.
I'm letting you know that Violet literally like looks over at Halcyon. That was really impressive. Just letting you know.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Does enjoy spending time with couples.
And thruples and quartets and.
I don't know if Halcyon's ego could take the smattering that was happening with that situation. She says
Oh,
it
I
out
have
loud,
to do
not
the
realizing
harem
that she
like
said it
that.
out loud.
You hear an echo from the ring. It wouldn't be his ego that would take a smattering.
That's my whole point. This is the whole point. And she's saying that out loud. She doesn't realize she said this entire conversation out loud. With Halcyon being so closer.
Even for a sun paladin, there's places where the sun don't shine. And it trails off like he got pulled away.
I just want to know how Halcyon feels. Like, she said that out loud without thinking at all.
What the fuck? No, just no. No.
I kind of take her side on this. He was hot.
No.
I have to agree with Halcyon.
And as Vanessa brings up, allegedly he spent time with 3 Warring Kingdoms leaders and their partners at the same time.
I feel like
Right.
somehow that's a conflict of interest.
I think it would be a conflict. Considering I just want to know how Halcyon's taking the ego better, because knowing that Violet has never said that out loud, her brain is just thinking at this point. It's literally coming out of her mouth.
Her brain is still trying to adjust to the body.
Yeah,
don't think
he's
that's
just got
what she's saying.
his face in his hand.
I don't think we're supposed to say that. I don't think we're supposed to say that.
No,
She's
no,
like
you weren't.
completely-
We'll address that later.
I should not have said. I should
Address
have
what?
not have said that.
I'm not addressing anything.
We'll address those loose lips later.
I mean, I don't
Both
think
pairs.
you'll be addressing. I think you'll be undressing.
And Violet just is like, this like the 401, Air 404 basically goes across her forehead.
Amir's.
Meanwhile, can we possibly go and look at this, you know, radioactive place? Because apparently it might help Avery tell us what's going on.
And
Everybody's
Amira
talking too
snickered,
much about
"If you
sex.
need
Let's go
any-"
get cancer.
Amira says, snickered, "If you need any implements, you know who to ask."
Right.
I make some of my own, but I'll take inspiration any day.
Her to radioactive place. No.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna take a minor detour.
A minor detour.
The brain pendant is Avery's vestige, isn't it?
It's at least it's my spell focus. I know that for sure.
I did mention it had other pieces.
It had other pieces, just like the figure
Like
of chaos
angels
had other pieces. Angels had other pieces.
Violet does not have a vestige.
Yeah. Or we could try to find some sort of place that has
Pendant could be
giant
like-
robots for every. That's that too.
No, I'd prefer not to anger the angel while we're trying to drive. Going and inspecting this place that Avery thought he went so we understand what we're looking for would be great. I would like to help out my friend, considering she's like, there's this thought process, and I'm letting you know, this literally comes out when she's not thinking, because it's one of those moments the brain is going, and she's not catching up at this point.
Her
looks
brain
sad.
has yet to fit into its spot.
She's like-
It's settling.
It's just so sad, and I want to
System
make him
update loading.
It's just so sad, and I want to
Error.
make him
Attempt to reinstall. Must restart computer.
You keep interrupting her. She's trying to
Sorry.
roleplay.
It's just so sad. I just want to make him happy. Somehow.
Jeez, that is the loudest those pigs have been in a while.
It's a dog.
Oh, I thought that was a guinea pig.
Look, I want you to notice. 1 over there. 2
Okay.
We
right
don't
over
talk
here.
about the abyss guinea pigs.
You busy pigs.
They're not here. They're not here. So, what is it that you wanted to do?
Just look for clues, but I think actually now we probably might not find any clues there.
Why not? If it was a place where everything kind of disappeared and exploded, where would it go?
Well,
To this place, right? That's
it's seeming more and more like this is far disconnected from actual like historical radiation and more magical in its nature.
Yes, but there's items here from literally that place. So
Oh. Then yeah, we should definitely go.
we should take a look at it, just in case.
Now if you see anything that looks like a spear inside 2 half spears, don't touch it.
She's just like, Griffin has told me everything.
Violet's like, we brought radiation suits for a reason. Just in
Do I even have a
case.
need for radiation suit at this point? Or am I just, do I have a resistance to radiation?
Different kind of radiation,
Dude.
unfortunately.
Alright.
Well, we would be going towards a place that does have magical radiation, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we'd be looking for. So, can Violet see anything that kind of looks like those places that Griffin showed her?
You said that she
Well-
saw a silhouette of one, right?
Based on the previous roll, again, that sort of silhouetted silo and everything is the only thing of major note that you've noticed.
Can I take another look? Because that smell that he has on him, can I use that as the focus?
That's a good idea. That's a creative
Okay.
idea.
Perception scent check.
Also, can I look
Natural
with mine
20.
elf eye?
Oh! Beautiful.
Okay. Never
Natural
mind.
20.
I don't think mine elf eyes would do nothing.
She's gonna take a big old whiff of Avery and then smell the air.
It's one of those instances of synesthesia where an aroma gets associated with a color, and given the aroma coming off of Avery, it's easy enough to kind of associate that smell with the same colors that his amulet glows with.
Okay.
And
Is it the same? It's the same color as my magic too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. There is the slightest hint of an aroma similar to that in the direction of that silo, if angled downward.
Oh, it's underneath.
Vanessa, can we take just a small detour? Just the briefest detour.
Sigh. I'll get the shovels.
Yes!
Of course. Two different attitudes from the player and character. I love
Do
it.
we kill him?
Violet's like, I'm doing the dog thing that, can please go outside? And there's one of those moments of the dog. And then the player's like, yes, we're going!
No, it was actually the way she typed is the player said, "Sigh, I'll get the shovels," and then the character said, "Of course."
Yeah. Okay. So you guys are going off the road to go toward this place. So this will be a fresh driving check from Finestra.
And I want to know, how heavy is this bus? It's more than a ton, right?
Oh, definitely.
I figured.
It's a triple decker that's been outfitted to be a fucking house.
I just want to know if telekinesis can do anything on it.
I
No.
mean, you
Can it at
certainly
least make
try.
it like lighter to help the suspension?
You can certainly try.
You can try to move a huge or smaller creature. Oh, you can try to move an object that weighs up to 1,000 pounds.
Which is half a ton.
That's
The message.
2,000 pounds is a ton?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, god damn it. Yeah, never mind. Definitely not.
Dex plus, yep. Go ahead and roll that.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna try. I don't even think I could lift its suspension up any.
I would allow trying to basically clear the path of debris. Offer
Well, that's a
benefit.
good idea. Yeah.
Yes, you guys are.
Yeah. Oh,
I missed
Which means your proficiency modifiers are +7 right now, not +6.
Yeah.
actually, I'm gonna use. Where did it go? Oh, where did it go? Skill empowerment on driver.
I'm the driver!
Is Mia keeping you up?
Avery places their hand
try to get
on
Mia back to sleep for long.
Finestra or Amira driving.
Finestra.
Be Finestra. They place their hand on Finestra, and that familiar light pink, mellow purple, pleasant magic emanates, and Finestra feels her reaction speed sharpen.
Good. In which case, then, does that mean roll with advantage?
I believe doubles its proficiency bonus for ability checks.
Oh shit, okay. So that's plus another 7, so that's 32. Yeah. No, you have no issues taking something this fucking massive and this fucking heavy off.
Oh, I love Avery so much.
I keep wondering if the road is rising up to meet them and just like creates a new road. New route found.
The
When the
fog
GPS
of war
just changes
clears.
the map in front. Yeah, no, you guys are riding over and driving over all kinds of debris and shit, but you barely feel a shudder.
Yeah.
Somewhere underneath there's a
Avery
worm that's just literally
Avery
a road.
just without any shame just says, "You're welcome."
I just imagine there's a worm that becomes the road. It's like pulls itself out of the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After what is, especially at that distance and going off-road, slowing the pace all the same, but with no real difficulty during the drive, about 40 minutes or so, you do finally come up to the, well, around this area and around this silo, as it now, especially comparatively, is massive, larger than any you've read about historically, Violet. All around this, partially summoned facility, it is clear, it is clean of any debris, of any sort of signs of interlopers, of anything else having been summoned onto this space. And
There's
there
actually anybody who's
is...
slightly immune to spoil.
There is furthermore currently open, frozen open in its opened position, a large subterranean garageway that you can angle this thing down toward. It is tall.
I recognize that I would definitely recognize the entrance to a subterranean labyrinth, right?
To a
garage
labyrinth,
door.
yes. You encountered a similar kind of doorway on the one you entered. This one is much larger, it seems, at least for those with modern sensibilities. This is structured to allow entrance of very, very fucking large semis and very tall ones. Taller even than this bus, oddly enough.
So I want us to park relatively safe distance.
Don't irradiate the bus.
So I don't want to lose the bus. I like the bus. It's the magic school bus, okay?
Miss Frizzle, today, kids, we're gonna go into the nuclear silo. And we're gonna learn about nuclear fission by being the atoms that smash into each other. Look, it's 25 different versions of us.
One atom hits the big atom, and the big atom goes boom.
I'm letting you know that Violet climbs out the window.
Miss Frizzle, why are all your students blind? Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'm
Violet,
letting
what?
you know Violet is, the roll that I have made is telling you that Violet has jumped out the window and is now full on following the smell.
Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and follow her. Yeah, I hop out the window right back along her. In fact, I might even like grab onto her tail and like kind of like bouncing along.
I kind of want to see what Halcyon does at this point because she just went out without any type of
Halcyon
saying
just-
anything.
What the fuck? And he goes. And that allows me to change the modern ambiance from the Michael Gelfie Sci-Fi channel to, let me see here. Where's everything? Main generator?
Oh,
No.
Halcyon the leash.
Radiation storm? No, not yet. Zombies in basement? No. Clear plant alarm? Still no. Not yet.
I'm
What
gonna
about
listen to
The part where he kills us from Portal 2. Now that's too fast-paced, but something from the Portal 2 soundtrack I feel like would go very well with
Oh, this isn't music soundtrack. This is just an ambiance track.
ambiance.